Well, hey, Heiser. Thank you so much, appreciate it. And hello to everybody who's tuning in this morning. No, I can hear myself talking. Appreciate it. And hello Make it stop! Okay, there we go. Hey. No way! Tinker, get out of here. Sadly, it wasn't me. Lol. Ah, what an amazing... Geez, your workplace is insanely generous. You scared me. I didn't change the screen, I just started talking. Hey everyone, just wanted to say a quick hello before I turn over and start into the actual stream. Silverquake, Hoff Biscuits, we're with you on Discord later, a happy word. Silverquake, Jacob, Lightboy, Graydon, Tinker, who absolutely trolled me by tricking me into thinking that you got an Oculus Rift. Amazing. Leslie. Alrighty, shall we crack in? We're carrying on from yesterday's start. Hey, Octopus too. We're going to carry on from yesterday. Same playthrough, right? So we're playing as the Umayyads. I should actually cut over and start the official stream though. Let's do a smooth transition into an official stream. You ready? With sound effects from yours truly. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, thank you so much for following along, MGNE and Malonso. We are streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, of course, as always. Dumping all my tickets into the Oculus box. Ugh. I would do the exact same. I would love one of those goofy headsets. Alrighty. Whoosh. Bling, bling, bling. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Humankind sound effects done by yours truly. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here today. We are carrying on from yesterday's science, sort of accidentally without the scientists run. However, hopefully today we'll actually have some scientists to bring along. I am, of course, live on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you very much to everybody who's joining me on YouTube just in time. The Witchy Wanderer. Alec has asked people if they microwave their coffee, and 50% of people have said yes. That is fantastic news. Welcome to everybody who's joining me on Twitch as well. The 10 of you over there, I appreciate you tremendously. Thank you very much. Alright, let's remind ourselves of where we're up to. Why is there a little... What is this little box up in the top left? Oh my god, it's foreign customs. Oh, we've unlocked that bloody early. Press the likes. Thank you, Octopus. Yes, press the likes. The glorious likes. No, but in all seriousness, actually, this is a very early pickup for foreign customs. We should save and buy that. How much is it? 4,500 influence. Okay, so we can get that in like 5 turns, and we should. Even if we just get the extra fame from aesthete stars, that's going to be quite useful for us, because we've played a couple of aesthete cultures, and God help us, we might actually end up having to do them again if we miss out on the scientists. So, I'm actually very keen to pick that up. It's going to be a huge science buff for us. I've got my unique Joe chariot, which we were sending out of Luluban, as a reminder, over to grab these islands. What else do I have? Well, we have Ashley's micropixel. Congratulations again, Ashley08, proud parent. Or maybe it was 8-bit Ashley, I forget. Apologies. Also, Haojing, our capital. The big bad boy that is Haojing. Then we went over to the New World, and man did we have a party in the New World. Damask, over here, which I'm going to spend 180 gold on because that's a great way to spend a bit of cash, is doing very well. This is our brand new city, so it's got all of the infrastructure in place. We also have Alaskan Asia down here. Wow, I was very creative with that name. Alaskan Asia looks like it could maybe use some more food. Yeah, you can grow a little bit quicker there, friend. Alaskan Asia doing just fine. And that's where our empire is at. We're in the medieval era as the Umayyads, but we are gunning toward the next one. One more technology, one more turn will nearly get us there. Oh yes, and of course, Mount Moraima as well. How could I forget? Up here in Luluban. We really fought for this bad boy. And we got it. Wicked, amazing, and fantastic. Let's carry straight on. As a reminder, this is a game on slow speed. Slower than we would normally play on. 450 turns is our maximum. So we are around 1/3 of the way through, assuming we make it to the full turn limit, which we might not. But assuming that we do, we're around 1/3 of the way through this game. This is, yes, hey, Huck, welcome along. This is also part of Stream Week. I'm going to be streaming every day this week at this time. Boom, 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 boom. This is day number 2 of 5. A reminder, it's my Tuesday, not my Monday, like it is probably for a lot of you. Stream Week. And also, one other quick thing to mention here at the start. Apologies, I am still absolutely sick as a dog. Sort of, anyway. Not really, kind of. And, yeah. I may pause the mic from time to time to let out a splutter or something disgusting that you don't need to hear about. So sorry about that. I actually feel mostly fine. Just quite tired, you know, fatigued, a few other symptoms. I had a COVID-19 test yesterday. Shouldn't say that, the algorithm will hate me now. No, you watch. This stream will get almost no views. I guarantee it. Had a test yesterday. That was an exciting experience. I have actually never had one before because the Rona isn't that widespread in New Zealand. Or I do not want to mess with my city cap, so I'm going to refuse that. Yeah, I haven't had to have one before. Just been lucky, haven't really needed it, not that widespread. It was an experience. It was an experience and a half. I've talked about it already on my Twitter. I didn't even know my nose had that much space, that much real estate behind it. Man, I don't want to go too far into the detail, but there's a lot of space back there. Like, it's like an iceberg. I thought I had a big nose. Turns out my nose is literally like an iceberg. Because, man, can that swab go or can that swab go? Anyway, apologies if you were eating your breakfast or something. Or dinner, probably, more likely. Lunch. Hello, just started playing Humankind. I love your content on YouTube. Thank you so much! Malonzo278. That is awesome. Ah, I hope you enjoy Humankind. I accidentally typed an X after that smiley face. You can keep that. You can keep that. Okay. Right. You're moving there. We've got the fleet, which we want to do some Ooh. Ooh. Orange is stomping
So tell me, how are
on the Mayans. Laser Bean. Who we're trading with, but they don't have any luxuries. We're just going to refuse all of their demands.
inadequate you are.
We could
I feel
get in on this action. Maybe we should. We do share this island with them. Oh, my unit production's really slow. But I think we do it. I actually think we do it. Let's try. Let's try build a couple of units. See if I don't get there a million years too late. We'll probably need some melee as well. My melee units are really bad. Woof. I could probably get a couple of them fairly cheaply. 26 combat strength. Absolute garbage town. We need iron, don't we? Oh my goodness! Hoff biscuits! Hey, AM Hoff biscuits, thank you so much. Firstly, before I read your super chat, I am absolutely dying to play the second part of your avatar mod that you've been working on. So a subtle shout out to that. It's absolutely on my list. I just haven't had a lot of capacity for my list lately. As you can probably tell by the fact that I've mentioned I'm sick about 10,000 times. Apologies. Anyway, thank you so much. AM Hoff Biscuits. An incredible name from an incredible supporter of the channel. A $20 super chat, no less. Here's a consolation prize for Jumbo discovering his nasal cavity. Nasal, not naval. Got Humankind on the brain. Sorry. His nasal cavity's great depth. The nostril depth is only rivaled by the depth of our love for him. Oh, AM Hoff Biscuits. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a shock discovery. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. My mind was literally blown. Was it worth doing, though? Absolutely. Absolutely. And for a double vax person like me, not a big deal, of course. Just had to put that out there. Thank you very much for my naval cavity. We should rename this fleet the Naval Cavity. Because that is a fantastic name for a fleet. It's probably already... Someone has probably already... Some wisecrack out there has already named their boat that, guaranteed. However, I like it. I also like getting 15 science on 5 cities for 15 turns. So, we're going to study, because that is absolutely massive.
Of all the epithets other empires may use for you,
Absolutely massive. What else is on the list? I don't actually have the physical... I do have a physical list. I just don't have it here with me. There's 2 balance mods that I would like to try. Also 2 other modded cultures that have caught my attention. In particular, out from the rest. However, it's a big list. A big list. Yes, kill parthenogenetics. A little bit bloodthirsty over on Twitch this morning. So fair. Yes, kill. Maybe we should. Alright, let's move some units down and get our war support up if we, you know, if we want to fight, we're going to need some war support. Oh man, I have almost no way of generating any. Disaster. Maybe if we push them for open borders.
once again, you show how.
Well, that's just sort of screwed me over because they just asked for money in exchange. Well, let's forbid trade.
You were unreasonable.
Little grind their gears? No? Nothing? Just me?
This is not an amusing
+2
pantomime.
from being slightly below peace. Okay, well, looks like we're just going to be going in hard and fast. Because apparently, not an option. That's fine, though. It is what it is. Let's bring the fleet down this way. We might be able to use the fleet to take... actually a whole load of nothing. However, we could fight you, or take that discovery. Sure. Sure. The fleet will just do sort of fleety things. We'll send this over this way. Grab 340 science. These elephants need 600 gold to upgrade into crossbows. I don't even think that's a good upgrade, frankly. Elephant platform ignores penalties from fighting in melee. Weaker combat strength, most likely, but... Oh man, we can't even build them anymore. Shoot. I've got this one elephant queued up, and that's the last one I'm going to be able to build. Yikes. Wow. They are just so much better than my crossbows, aren't they? Really. It's a no-brainer. So I'm going to keep these elephants as elephants. March them towards the front line. Continue marching these units over. Try and connect them together. We'll build a little bit of an army. We'll go in and see if we can poke someone. In that light, we probably want heavy infantry. Yes. Is that the best military tech I can get? Actually, no. I can also get gunpowder. Or 3-masted ship for the colony plant. Super tempting. Centralized power is also quite good. But I think we'll go... Whoa, actually... Let's change our plan a little bit. We usually always go gunpowder. I'm going to go centralized power instead for the upgraded pikemen. I feel like that could be a better play. And also keen to try something a little bit different. We've got science on our side, in theory, although it doesn't feel like we do. Maybe we should actually collective minds a little bit, just to try and speed through. Like, this city's just got a freaking mosque to build, and that's it. Although, in fairness, actually, it's probably got a lot of infrastructure that it would like to build. Might just hold off. That's probably just asking to be burnt down, actually. Should we just burn down all these cities and replace them? Oh, it's a crazy play, and one that I don't normally do. But people always in the comment section say, why don't you just burn down your cities? I don't know, I'm hesitant because it just doesn't feel like it's on theme. Either way, we've got our first religious tenet. My god, we are far behind. Let's go for the bonus industry. This is a nice little pick-me-up. Might help lift us up through. Maybe. I don't know. At the moment, though, we're just turning that industry into science, which is still a good thing. So, not complaining about that. Let's try and rocket through a bit of this tech. 1,000 science per turn. Not terrible for the stage of the game that we're in. Also not amazing. Does it give you anxiety the upgrade hour and not upgrading them? Yes, incredibly, Silverquake. Love the science run. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Dio. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thanks again for everybody who's tuning in and following along on Twitch as well. It's always scary to do something new, you know, in a new place. I will probably mention it many more times. So sorry for those of you like Alex, Alec, and Silver and Huck who are gonna have to hear me say this a million times. But I am really grateful because it is always a bit scary to try something new. Ooh. Notre Dame, also not completed. 550 gold is probably too much for a turn's worth of industry. That strikes me as really bad. Let's actually just get some industry with that money instead. Right? Build our last gunner elephant. Such a shame it's our last one, but that is what it is. And merge in the Great Hive Mind. Oh, it's not our last one, of course! Alaskan Asia. You can buy yours, actually. I'm willing to spend some money on that one to try and just speed this along a little bit. Oh, yes, and foreign customs. Preventing the spread of another empire's sphere of influence on my controlled territory is super, super, super tempting. But I'm going to push us towards worldliness and take the plus 100% for those bad at maths or flunking maths class at the moment to watch this stream. That's double. Fame earned per aesthete star.
Every culture has its lessons.
Incredible.
Its traditions,
I just...
values. It would be cruel
I
to
cannot
say
stress this enough. This civic, foreign customs. Here it is, buried away up here. It's actually called cultural respect. At the top of the cultural civics tree has two fan-freaking-tastic options for you to choose from. On your right, you have plus 100% fame from aesthete era stars. Double the fame from your influence-generated era stars. On your right, you have cultural eradication, which, while it's maybe not quite as good as double fame, you have to remember that what that's actually doing is stopping you from losing your influence over your territories. That'll help you a lot in terms of your future civics as well. You may not lose control of your civics if you're keeping control of your territory. Other options, of course, it's going to protect your influence generation. It's going to help your stability. It's going to do a lot of different things. The final question to answer, of course, is, well, how do you actually unlock this dang civic? It unlocks after you conquer a foreign city which territory is under your sphere of influence. I should also note that foreign city does count independent tribes. So the best way to do this, of course, is to jump onto your civics menu, have a look at where your society is the most impactful. For me, you can see I'm the Umayyads. It's pink. I want to take a city that isn't under my societal control, and I was able to do that. A barbarian city, in fact. I just took it, and then that unlocked the civic, and now, just to show you how it's working in practice, I took the left-hand option, boom. Even the most basic aesthete star is worth 200 fame. All the rest of my basic stars are worth 100. You can see that in the merchant star here above it. It's incredible, and of course it scales upwards as well, right? The second tier star, normally worth 200, now worth 400. It's an incredible civic. So powerful. And people just don't talk about it enough. I put it in a tips video a long time ago, so probably even a lot of my viewers are unfamiliar with it. I will need to include it in a future video. It is just that good. Like, it just really is. Double fame. Granted, it's the aesthete star. Like, yes, we could have sexier stars than that, but still, that's what it is. Yeah, so the trigger for it is an interesting one. Just to talk on that a little bit more. You have to take a foreign city, and it has to be under your sphere of influence. I'm going to lose the naval cavity by 1 tile. Oh my god. Please no. Yeah, so it just has to be under your control, your sphere of influence. The easiest way to do it is, in general, with the barbarians, with the neutral tribes. But of course, you can just take a foreign city like this as well, if it's under your influence. It may not be, though, unless you're playing on low difficulty, or you have a absurdly high influence generation. Although it's important to note, we played 2 aesthete cultures this run, and we are not... we're not even dominant over our own territory at the moment, so... It's tricky. It's very tricky. Very tricky indeed. So fun pillaging the whole continent with them. Love it. Play mod culture. Actually, that is also a really interesting mechanic, isn't it? We don't really have a mechanic to burn down our own cities in Humankind, which is not like super unusual, but it is a little unorthodox. Why can I not claim this? 195 money. Oh shoot, we're doing it with money. Oh, I really don't want to be doing it with money. I do not make money. This is not the money run. Oh, yikes. Maybe I need to start building some money districts too. I've got a lot of things I want to do, and not a lot of time to do them. Here's an army of... Actually, we can only have 5, so we're going to have to march through 2 separate armies. Which isn't the end of the world. Let's quickly train up some assistants. Like some anti-cavalry. Go you. I note that 1 extra person here will grow this city 1 turn faster, so I'm just going to quickly swap that over while we're here. And maybe also just another swordsman, I suppose. Also, the mask should probably help us out here too. You can get... someone else to help us chop these walls. Chop these walls. That's right. 2 pikemen to chop some walls. Fantastic. See, like this. Civic osmosis. Now we're getting +5 faith on territories. This will hurt my influence generation, but I'm pretty sure we already refused the civic here, so we can refuse another one. Hello? Javelineers and swordsmen. Please. Make my day, punk. Make my freaking day. I dare you. We'll put 1 swordsman in. Oh, we can upgrade the swordsman as well with 600 gold! Ah! No, says the man. Although he would love a great swordsman. But 6 turns. Woof. Sure. We'll train up 1. 1. That's it. Do a fame score check? Absolutely can. On Twitch shortly. Oh, thank you, Huck. Hey, no pressure. I can watch the Twitch, people. I'm watching the Twitches very closely. I got both chats streaming away over on my left-hand side. And I'm monitoring them. Hopefully very successfully. Hopefully. It's something I do quietly pride myself on, is having not only a community who loves to participate in chat, but also me, myself, and I are fairly good at sort of keeping up with chat. Anyway, let's get the fleet back in heal, actually. I'm not sure why I'm feeling so ballsy as to sail all the way in there like that. Shoot 4 people out to finish that mosque. Oh my goodness, it's time for us to choose another culture. Do we want to? We're gonna need to at least load 1 turn into this mosque. Then I would like to finish Notre Dame, which is gonna take such an incredibly long amount of time. It's ridiculous. I'd like to finish it, but I just can't. Like, I need... What do I need? More industry. +1 industry on Maker's Quarter, or +1 industry per worker, and +2 more worker slots. That is a lot of industry from an extra 2 worker slots. We could go the food route, +2 food per farmers. Like, this really basic stuff I should probably do first, I suppose. It pains me to have to do it, but sure. Haojing, go nuts. We're feeling the pain right now of not having chosen an industrial culture. It's not the end of the world, but it is a little bit painful. Right, what combat strength are we on? 27 and 31, and we're looking at 31s and 31s. So we're like right on par with them. Let's place this outpost. It's gonna take just a really stupidly long time to take that! See you in 24 turns! Thank you so much! Hey, Marco! Yes, it is the ending of the Umayyads. And I agreed, it's just far too much for Notre Dame. Sorry, Dio, let me show you the fame. We are in the lead, and actually in the lead by around 1,000. Over 1,000. A good place for us to be. Zoe, fight, fight, fight. Do you think? I don't know if we're quite there yet. I think we're very close. But the fact that we're just bang on even combat strength with them scares me. That scares me a lot. I would like to train up just a couple of extra units first. Just so that we can at least overwhelm them with numbers. So I might actually just get this swordsman and this swordsman, because that's 6 turns, right? Maybe if I shuffle some more people on industry, can we do this any faster? No. Even with the maximum number of people on industry. Oh, one turn. Okay, 1 turn. The elephant's overwhelmed by nature of shoot, move, shoot. True, actually. Yeah. And this terrain is quite good. Alright, let's do it. Let's start fighting.
So tell me, how are you today?
You've convinced me. I'm so easily convinced. Okay. Hey, surprise! It's wartime! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't even have any movement points. I've declared a surprise war without movement points. Really top quality gameplay. Alright, the good news is, they came to me. Dumbass. I'll keep these melee units right at the back, keep my elephants at the front because they're the most agile of the lot. And let's see what we can do. We're going to take some big hits on our first turn. You can raise your own cities though. Yes, you can. Absolutely can. Hey, hey, hey! It's Huck. A founder and 1-month subscriber. Thanks so much, Huck, for tuning in over on Twitch. Appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in everywhere, to be fair. Got a good number of viewers now. Picking up. Okay, how is this turn going, and why am I poisoned on all fronts? And why did I listen to you and declare war? Let's see if it's going to pay off. It doesn't look like it is. I am overwhelmed and flanked out of my mind. I don't think that was the right move. I'm just going to do a cheeky save scum. We're just going to hold off until we actually have the support behind me. Not blaming you, of course, in chat. That is a fault of my own. Probably just jumped a little bit too quickly against 10 Javelineers, right? And we're playing on slow speed. There is no need to rush that fight. Just tone it down a bit, Jumbo. Jeez. My eyes just turned immediately bloodthirsty. For goodness sake. Let's play this appropriately. Hey, the Witchy Wanderer! Thank you for following along on Twitch. I'm always like, because it's the same sound. So I'm like, ooh, was that someone donating 1 bit? Was that a follower? Was that a subscriber? It's like a little Christmas present every time. It's awesome. Alright, let's just hold this line. Do the smart thing. I'm never going to be able to pay to upgrade these units. And that is an unfortunate downside of having no money and a very, cash-limited economy. I'm still going to move these people over. Oh no, you're right! The bits is totally different! The bits is totally different! Jesus, Huck, thank you so much! 1,000 bits! For that, I'm going to stream for an extra 1,000 seconds today. Whoa is right. PTE. Bucklude. Whoa is right. Huck paying for soldiers himself. Oh, thank you so much, Huck, for 1,000 bits. Jeepers creepers. Where'd you get those sneakers? Amazing. It's a whole 16 minutes. Jeez, that's actually a little bit longer than I thought. Alright. Set my timer for an extra 16 minutes. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Okay, great. Imagine that. Imagine if this was just a pay-to-win platform. Like if I was literally limited by bits. It was like fueled by bits. That would be ridiculous. Wouldn't surprise me from the Twitch side either. Shall we collective minds? We sort of already are doing quite a bit. Let's do a bit more. Just gonna speed along that infrastructure. Oh, that's it. No, we can't do it in Haojing. Haojing's too slow. Could burn it down, as we've discussed. I don't think it's a good idea, but I could do it. I'm just gonna keep hustling units over. The Great Swordsman is really good because it has our highest combat strength by far. However, actually, the harass is quite good too. So I might just might put this on expert policy for starters, and then train one of those as well. Why not? Let's train 2. It only takes 3 turns here. It's actually much faster. So we'll train 2 more of them. That'll put us in pretty good stead. Should actually be chopping down forests here. We should be chopping down forests to build units. Obviously. Yes. Let's queue up one extra one. I think chopping forests will help us do even more. And we'll heal up the naval cavity. Oh, the name is so good. The harass, literally in the name, good at harassing. Yes. They came onto you with 15-ish units. Some 4 hidden, so we probably need to probe the first 4. You're right, Zoe, you're right. We need to try and pick those first 4 out at the end of a turn, or try and pick them off while they're a little bit more vulnerable. Maybe poorly positioned. Like these ones down here, actually. We could potentially sneak through there and trigger that fight. Could go along this way, but that is maybe not the most favorable terrain, just because of the high ground. If that high ground wasn't there, it actually would be somewhat favorable. An osmosis event. I'm just gonna have to keep refusing that. Doesn't matter, we've got huge stability. This chariot is probably just useless and doesn't need to exist now. Ditch it. Ditch it! And a watery grave. Honestly, let's go for the fanatical. Let's get a wee faith boost. We haven't had a faith boost in a long time. What the faith? Cliffs. Chariot's good fodder. Chariot is definitely good cliff fodder. You got that right. Okay, there's army number 2. They've actually got a great swordsman. Just gonna keep chopping down trees. That tree's gonna be done in a turn. Elephants. Who would have thought? Fantastic at chopping trees. Let's grab army number 3. Start to set that up. Bring the fleet down. Oh my god, it's a long way around. Might be better, actually, to just kind of sail through here somewhere. Maybe they come out somewhere bluish around here where this pop-up has appeared. There's centralized power. That's really nice because that gives us a really powerful 41 combat strength. I'll take one of you instead of my next unit. Absolutely, all day, baby. Let's make this unit, this army, a much more harassing army by making it all of our ranged units. So we'll take our harass, we'll take our 4 crossbows, essentially. 4 elephant crossbows, bundle them together in one, and then have 2 mostly melee units, mostly melee armies to follow up. We're just going to need one more unit to help there. And let's make it one of these. We'll finish off that Maker's Quarter first. And then we'll really be ready. I'll feel in a much better position after waiting some 10 turns. Not the end of the world. Oh my god, patronage.
Other empires are
Should we beeline that? I think we should, actually. Let's, Oh, I would love to finish that unit first, though. 3 turns. Finish that unit, then maybe go Collective Minds. We need a declaration of war to move through their lands, which is quite annoying. You don't have open borders. And I don't want to try and ask for them, so I'm not going to bother with open borders. We'll wait our freaking patience. We'll take the freaking science. We're freaking bankrupt. Shoot. Okay. Time for you to come off Collective Minds. Because we are totally bankrupt. Our entire economy is both morally and fiscally bankrupt, in fact. Let's just build more districts. Actually, that's a garbage spot for one. Build it there instead. Okay, great. Look how bad my economy is. It hurts because last time it was so good. Move these tree choppers here. Get chopping. We might actually even be able to chop out another unit. So we'll just queue that up. Tempting to get rid of the swordsman actually. Just get good. But I might just hold off. My question for you is, as we move through into the new era, who should we play? I believe there is one scientific culture, and it's Joe's. It's the next Joe. Joe 2.0. So that's obviously our first pick. They are the only scientific culture in this era. They provide +3 science on tiles, producing science, and finally, actually, a really good research quarter that provides us with influence, which is important for our gameplay, and we do have a sort of an influency undertone, an aesthete undertone, and science, and actually, the gunner boat is really cool too. Other options, I think, for us here, if we wanted to play the alternative play, are actually super limited in this era. The early modern era, very hard to get science. I think that transcending as the Umayyads is an option. I don't think we should do it, but obviously it's worth putting in. And then our alternative option, if we'd like to stick broadly to the game plan but diverge slightly, is Ming, actually. Why? Well, they don't actually produce any direct science, but they're an aesthete. We've played a few aesthetes, and they make our civics cheaper, and so we can use our civics to generate science. Also, lots of fame from our aesthete. I don't think we should pick them, but because we're doing the science game, but I do want to run the option nonetheless. So, the poll is polling. Please, do let yourself do voice your democratic right, and let your voice be heard. Running on YouTube and of course on Twitch as well. I'm not going to ignore you over on Twitch, don't you worry. Chinese, Ming, yeah, Ming is the weird play. I think, by the way, actually, I should just note, if you're watching this and thinking, what would be the best play, and why is he not offering the best option? The best option would probably be someone who would give us a bit of gold. Definitely. Because, as you can tell, we are really short on gold. I think the best option for the challenge is Joe 2.0. Joseon. And then we do have the third option, which is to transcend, to stay as the Umayyads. I don't think we should do that, because we've built all of their districts, and they're kind of lame. But, there we go. Poll is now live on both platforms. Please do let your voice be heard. I love to hear your voice anyway. I think that Joe is the spot for us to go in light of what this challenge is actually meant to do, right? But of course, democracy is a winner. Let's start merging up these units. Now I'm feeling in a much stronger position, and I think they're probably feeling in a much more vulnerable position, which is absolutely the place where we want them to be. Heal you up, although you have actually finished chopping trees. Go on, pop back this way, chop down another tree. Why not? We need more industry regardless, so it doesn't hurt to be chopping trees, I figure. Or actually, to be fair, an industrialist would be the best play. But an industrialist, a builder culture is probably always the best play, and not at all aligned with this challenge. Okay, so we have a defiant canvas, and we have to think about what do we want to do with it. I think we want to encourage it. I do like the idea of good consequences as well, but if we encourage it, it actually pushes us through into that next tier of liberty, which is really good for us. So, we're going to encourage people to paint pretty pictures. Paint some pretty pictures. Hello, Kushal. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Democracy! Losing money again, stability will drop fast. Yeah. Industry absolutely would be better to win the game, Silver. Totally. But we're sort of doing the science meme challenge. So I'm not going to include an industrialist as an option. Go Joe, says Leslie. Joe, says Ing. can raise your own cities. You ransack them. Yes, that is right. We could just... Should we try it, actually? Maybe we should. I never test it. I'm always defiant to test it. But actually, let's just test it out. Let's burn down a city. And... see what it just does for us overall. So, to do it, I need an army. So, I need a unit. Really slow to build. And I actually have none. Yikes. Well, I mean, I've got a lot, but they're all down here busy in cities that I don't want to burn. So, that's fine. Of course, we're losing a lot of gold because we have a standing army. So, it's just another thing to consider. We'll finish off this market quarter, build a hamlet, it'll give us more goldy jobs. It's pretty easy for me to shift ourselves just into the positive, but I do want to try out this strategy nonetheless, because people have told me it many, many times, and I arguably haven't really given it any attention. So let's try it. Also, I think we're ready to go to war. We've finished chopping trees. We're one unit away, one turn away from our, what I'll probably make our last unit. 5, 5, and 4 is pretty good. That'll put us at 14, which is roughly what you calculated in chat for them to be at. So, that's a freaking win. Let's, maybe, on turn 144, declare war. Yeah. We'll try that again. It's the war we wanted a little while ago. Their war support has actually diminished a bit as well, which is nice. Don't quite have the movement with them to get through. These guys have great movement though, so let's hustle them through this way. Move these ones through as backup. In case backup is needed. Let's pillage that in 3 turns. Scare off that unit. There's a 5 increase in war support from literally just intimidating a unit. And let's try it. I'm sorry, Ashley's micropixel. Gonna burn you down in 1 turn, but replace you with an even better version of you. Let's see if that actually works out. Ashley's micropixel is no more. Oh shoot. I don't have the money to replace it. Okay. Right. Shit. We need to get rid of that civic. Where is it? Oh, I'd love a bit of army wages. Plus 50% money on ransacking? Oh my god, I would love that. But I think we have to get rid of that stupid civic, which is going to be ludicrously expensive. It's land rights. Inherited land? Yeah, okay, well it's only 906 to cancel. That's fine. All I need to do is cancel it. Actually. So that's all good. Now I can do this with influence, which is much better. Let's quickly replace that. Give it its harbor back. Congratulations. You got a freaking harbor. And now turn one of these into a city. Actually, we might relocate the city to this one. Boom. And then, boom. Attach. Now, this city has all of the infrastructure that the old one had. Sorry, all of the districts that the old one had. But now, it actually has all of its infrastructure. I think that was totally worthwhile. I think that was totally worthwhile. What do you guys think? Did that look like it was a good idea? Could just build a settler? I actually don't have settlers unlocked. The settler would be a way to get around the influence cost though, you're right. Could bounce back for a settler. That would give us the advanced colony, which is essentially just what colony plan will do. I think we'll get colony plan before we do the next one. Maybe that's a good way to balance that. I'm not sure. It could be. It might not be. New civic, army wages. Yes, I've just fangirled over that. Let's hunt down this unit. We'll get army wages before we ransack that, because we could actually make a lot of money off this conflict. Ooh, there's a 5v10. Okay. Reinforce with you. Now we're looking at a 10v10. This is going to be our first manual battle of the game, I think. Let's... I think we actually put the elephants at the front line. Am I a total numpty for doing that? I could be. I'd quite like to also have one of my great swordsmen there, because that's really my best unit. We're coming up against no cavalry, so my anti-cavalry units are mostly useless. Which is fine! These units are going to poison everybody. Yuck. Their high ground position is very good too. Oh, that stab though. Jeeps. Ooh. Please do 5 damage. Actually, let's just move these anti-cav guys right up on these archers, because the archers will fall in like 2 seconds to my anti-cav. Speaking of my anti-cav, actually, bring in these brand new ones. This guy from low ground deals incredible damage. That is the difference that 10 combat strength makes, right? It was a low ground fight, but it just didn't matter, because I'm just vastly more powerful. Speaking of vastly more powerful, here's another unit that is vastly more powerful. So let's hustle it up as close to the front line as we can get it. Shouldn't have put my elephants there, but that's okay. Let's just get these crappy units out the road. The swordsmen are actually just more hassle than they're worth for me at the moment. Although this one, hilariously, is probably going to come in and get the kill. So they do still have some value. And then we'll flank up here with this mounted unit. Go you. Brilliant turn. We're going to unfortunately lose a couple of our elephants in the process. But I don't think it's the end of the world. I think we'll be okay. What were the results of the polls? Let me end them and have a look. On YouTube, we had 65% in favor of the new Joe. Ming got 20. Transcending as the Umayyads got almost nothing, which is to be expected. What happened to the Humankind giveaway? Nothing. It just hasn't started. I'm not baiting you with it. It's absolutely a thing. I'm just sick and don't really have a lot of time. Silverquake contributed 1,000 channel points to surge Joseon on Twitch as well into the top spot. Yay! Finally! I didn't actually have to... I wasn't bribed. I didn't have... Of course, I'm actually grateful for those. I'm joking. But it was actually a unanimous decision across all of our platforms and all of our bribes and bits and whatever else gets in the way. So, gratefully in the way. So, go you. That is fantastic. We're going to go through as Joe. The question is when. Hey, William. I am having a pretty good morning, thank you, friend. Have a look at this for a pretty good morning. What a flank. Oh my god. Amazing. You know what? We can just click the auto button here, I think. This is an overwhelming fight. Thankfully, a couple of big units. My new anti-cavalry units that we saved up for. Actually, our harass unit as well. Going very well. Very strong. And just sheer firepower as well. We've got some 14 units here now, of course. This ransack was interrupted. But it's okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. I was going to say let's go back and heal, but... Actually, this city is so weak. Let's not even bother. We can move through and take that, probably. Damask, what would you like to build? You are actually looking for a bit of food. So, let's give you a bit of food and a bit of industry. One of each good district. Boom, boom, boom. Build up your foundations. What's happening over here? Again, we're being challenged in a fight that I just don't think they should do. So we'll take that. That is a great result for us. Put the weak elephant at the back. Reinforce with these 4. And probably again win the fight. They're going to be fighting from a more advantageous spot, it'd be fair to say. So what we might do is try and step out of this fight. Do the big flank? No. And reinforce with someone who's a little bit stronger, like this unit. Right? March it there. There's another one of those. You. Ooh, sort of blocking ourselves in with our elephants. A little bit awkward. I didn't plan that ahead very well. Also, the Great Swordsman definitely wants to be here. Probably right up the front, actually. In fact, let's send some fodder up the front. You know what? Let's just bring the whole gang in. Why not? That's a good stab. I will take that stab. Nearly a brutal one, actually. I regret moving this unit. Yikes. That was just a really stupid attack. Nobody look. Don't forget to press the like button, everyone. Why? Octopus, what a wonderful reminder. Can you mod this game if you get it through Game Pass? White Syrup, I'm not actually entirely sure. I have never played the game. I don't own the Game Pass version. I own the Steam version. Does anybody in chat know? Anybody playing the Game Pass version? And know if it has full mod support? I imagine, because it's done through mod.io, that it could, and it probably does, but I don't know for sure. It's a really good attack on that archer. Insanely good. This one here as well, very good. That's an anti-cavalry unit, so I don't want to push that. And these attacks, not so hot. But actually weakening this unit is a good idea, so I'll weaken it with the cannon fodder. And then could move this unit off the front line to protect it. But we're just going to stab it in there and take that kill, I think. Anyone else to go? No. No, 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 no. Ooh, okay. Nah. Could move my elephants out to save them. Although in reality they are... As cool as they are, they're probably just slightly crappier cavalry at this point. Sorry, crossbows. Just slightly crappier crossbows at this point. I think putting that fight on auto is a fairly safe move. Although if it's shown me anything, it's shown me that I'm quite a bit weaker than I thought I was. I think we need to train just a few good units in reserves here, over in these cities, once they're finished doing what they need to do. So we're gonna get 3 crossbows and... three crossbows, and 2 other units. We could move through to the next era. Not terribly mad at that idea. Let's move north to burn down Luluban. Rename this to... Ashley's micropixel the 2. The subtext is revitalized and new. Tristan, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Oh, that was a YouTube subscription. I still appreciate it. We play around with science cultures. They're extremely weak as opposed to aesthetes and industrialists. I agree that they are weak in terms of the industrialists, that is for sure. Game Pass version does have mods. Thank you, Shadow, for letting us know. Appreciate that. See if you can find a boat. Our boats are fully healed. Let's send them off into the great unknown. Hopefully find some islands or some discoveries along the way. And actually, we've just done that. That is awesome. Grab that discovery. Why are you flinging me over here? Ooh. Just refuse that. Shoot. I actually wanted to manually control the last of this. But it looks like actually it didn't matter. Just didn't matter. God, that was a brutal fight. Got our militarist stars out of it, so yay. But at what cost? Jeepers. I'm not even going to get to carry out that ransack. That's how brutal that was. Let's absolutely regroup these units. I can't even afford to pay for them to heal. That's how bad our economy is in almost every other way. I think we burned down Luluban. I think it's going to be my top tip. Let me just consider... I guess we just put it on Notre Dame. These boats... Ooh. Ah! Well. That is absolutely a fight I'd love to take. And also, you know I'm a sucker for a good island. And this looks like a really good island. So, let's get Haojing to finish its last mosque. It will need to do its stuff manually, because I don't think I want to burn it down. So we'll get it to finish its last mosque. We'll then do its infrastructure. The reason why I'm actually looking at it is because I'm probably going to want a unit to take this island. However, beggars can't be choosers. Might have to come back for that. Okay. Oh, actually, we wanted 3-masted ship, so we might just wait for 3-masted ship. Although, yeah, sure, I'll wait. We'll put some production towards Notre Dame. Do you play with any mods? Sometimes is the answer to that question, Exotic Lol. Sometimes. Are you on Twitch as well? Yes, White Syrup. I am on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. It's incredible. How many turns away from that am I? I have to get Seafaring Mastery. We're going to want to do some sort of collective mindsy thing as well, I think. Just to push us towards Seafaring Mastery. But I don't have enough industry to stop producing units for the war. So I can't really do it in those cities. However, somebody should probably take this. Right? Why is nobody taking this? You take that. And go on expert policy and just grow and produce things like there's no tomorrow. Also, not mad at getting another one of our districts down here. Let's do that first. First. The firstest of firsts, actually. Because we want to move through to the next era, and we are flailing. We're losing fame as well. We're starting to trip up. We're in second now, which is not good. So I need to try and pick up some of these other stars. Let's take this fight because we, the naval cavity, are 4 boats strong. They're only melee units. Literally swordsmen sailing around in the ocean. So we can sink these quick smart and grab a star. Hopefully I moved you into the wrong spot. Dang it. Should let the AI do it. Oh, look, here's their outpost. Hey, that's cool to know. Oh, thanks for following along on White Syrup, on Twitch as well, White Syrup. Most streams are done vanilla, but I've covered a few on YouTube. Yeah, that's a great summary, Huck. Most streams are generally, at this stage, vanilla streams. But not all of them. Not all of them. Sometimes, instead of doing challenges where I'm trying out a certain culture like this one, it may be I'm trying out a mod pack, or, you know, a big culture pack or something like that. There are options. Oh my goodness, there's actually more land here than we thought, but there's patronage. That's super important. Might be the saving grace that I need, depending on what we can get patronage over. First and foremost, we've got it over salt, which is going to provide us with a 15% increase to food in all of our cities. I'll absolutely get rid of 7 population to do that. Ashley's micropixel can deliver 2, potentially. So we've got Sage, which is wicked. Sage providing us with, you guessed it, even more food. This actually a 30% bonus onto our food. Get the frick out of town. That is nuts. And also gemstones, but I can't do it because I don't have enough strategic resource deposits. Did I lose a gemstone? Trade, I guess. Maybe trade. Hey, White and Nerdy. Thank you so much for following on Twitch as well, friend. Hope you're doing good. We need to get some gemstones if we want to get this trade going. Why can we not trade with our best friend? Literally our best friend. The Cat o' Nine Tails. Come on. Why is this trade blocked for me? Let's see. I just can't afford it. Way to rub it in. Way to rub it in. Hello, hello, hello! Chatting for the first time on Twitch as well, White and Nerdy. Hey, 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 friend. And Daniel, thank you so much for the $5 super chat over on the YouTubes. Daniel says, thanks for streaming faithfully, Jumbo. Oh, Daniel, the pleasure is all mine. But thank you for helping me do it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Without donations, I literally wouldn't be able to have, I wouldn't be able to afford to have the time to do these streams. Ad revenue is, spoiler alert, actually not that much. So, thank you very much, Daniel, for your very generous super chat. Greatly appreciate it. This is stream week for me. I'm streaming every day this week to celebrate, well, kind of just to celebrate being on Twitch as well as YouTube. It's new for me, and I'm really enjoying it. But also, it's the holidays, right? It's December, it's the holiday season. We're starting to wind down for the year, maybe. And so I thought, why not wind up for the year and stream every day this week. So that's what I'm doing. We have enough money for another Civic. Or should we move through? Actually, I think we should move through to the next era maybe and grab Machu Picchu. However, really didn't make the most of this era's fame, did we? If I can get 3 more districts, I can get 300. 5 more technologies. I feel like I'm not even doing science well. So your life here too, very exciting. Thank you, friend. Yeah. I think we just have to move. I actually think we should just move right now. Let's move right now. Let's take Joseon, who you wanted me to take. Jump in and do it. It's the emergency move through because I feel like we're being outpaced, basically. So I'm going to forego the extra fame. Going to build... can't forget about the patronage. Going to build... What is this? Saffron. Providing me with... I'm assuming it's going to be one of these. Another plus 30% food. Okay. Sure. The lead manufactory, though, hella freaking Luya, a science one. The lead manufactory will provide us with plus 15% science. That's obviously a priority. We also, down here in Alaskan Asia, have the silver manufactory. Another one that's going to provide us with a blanket boost to science. That one's only a plus 10%, but it's still pretty good. One shouldn't complain at a plus 10%. I feel like Damask must have something for us as well. It's just got coffee. Not the end of the world. Plus 5% food because we don't control a lot of coffee, but it's still worth improving. We could also get ebony if we were able to actually trade for it. Interesting. And I believe that's all that she wrote. Yep. Nice. Okay. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. We move through to the next era. Hello, Alan Enraged. Good to see you. Speaking of people on Twitch whose artwork I like very much. Doing well today. Doing well. This is day 2 of stream week. Got anything special planned? Well, Daniel, I will be giving away some copies of Humankind as part of stream week. So
their skulls.
That's probably the most special thing. There'll be a couple of other little surprises along the way, though. But that's going to be the big part of this week. Regular viewers will know I had actually planned to have it live already. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Bear with your poor sick friend. Please, throw me some sympathy. I'm weak. Also, reminder that the Civ Give, which I'm not a part of, but the Civ Give is happening on December 19th as well, and I just want to give a shout out to those guys. In 12 days' time, they will be doing a big live Civilization 6 event. Loads of fun live events happening. I like to think that mine are fun. They're probably not, but there are actually lots of really interesting, fun things happening out there in December. It's a very exciting time. And so that's another reason why I thought, let's do a live week. Let's stream every day this week, because live. Oh yeah, no, my pleasure. I'll absolutely shout out the Civ Give a bit closer to the time as well. It's still, the actual event itself is still quite far away. I might do my own Civ 6 live stream the day before it or something like that to try and give it a bit more of a shout out. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. For now, we keep exploring though, because this is interesting, because this isn't the new world. Why has this not been claimed? And why am I not trying to claim it as a priority, actually? Yeah, let's produce a maybe a mounted unit, actually. Let's produce one of our mounted units here in the capital. The Crapital, more like. I should call it that. This is the Crapital. Okay, over here in the Crapital, we also want to start queuing up our Aaaaand districts. Our lack of industry now really punishing us hardcore. Notre Dame, it's hard to even... It's a hard sell. Notre Dame is a really hard sell. Let me just shift click a few of these around. 1, 2. Try and place them near the strategics when I can, obviously. Or away from the others, so place it out that way. There. Hey, what is this horse doing? We're at war! We're at war right now! Get out of here! You can't just march through. Jeez. The arrogance. Seriously. The arrogance.
You have unlocked seafaring.
Seafaring mastery, that's good, because that puts us 10 turns away from getting our upgraded cities.
You can call any way you want now, and have a better chance of getting away with it.
Maybe we burn down the Crapital as well. We're gonna... It's a burn down everything kind of game, apparently. I'm also wondering if I can get the pillage off with just 3 units. I probably can, so I should probably try. A lot of probablys being thrown around. Hey! I love this spiky wonder. It's my spine. Same problem design-wise in Civ 5 or 6. Really steamroll science, not be able to build anything else. Yeah. What did the doctor say yesterday? Oh, Aaaaand. I had a COVID test, which was pretty fun. I've talked about it already at the start of the stream, so I won't tell the same story twice to people like Octopus and Huck and others who have been here for a long time. But, long story short, I discovered that there's a lot of space in my face for a swab to go. Like a black hole in there. So, yeah, that was good. Waiting to hear back about that. But assuming it'll be fine, because I'm in a pretty safe place. And I'm a pretty safe kind of dude. Just crossed 10k this weekend. Go the Civ Give. That is awesome. I saw that on Twitter. I thought that is awesome. That is really cool. That is really cool. Let's try again with this. Let's try again. Very cool, Wonder. let's sail around this island, question mark? That'll be why it hasn't been taken. Actually a nice little take for us too. It was first discovered by us. The yellow player whose capital is here hasn't looked down here yet. Well, you know what? That's actually just great news, because we're gonna send a unit out of the capital. Although, actually, it's kind of a hard sail, isn't it? Probably should have brought the fleet back to defend it. It sucks, but we'll spend 4 turns to get a cog first as well. Those territories will wait. They're not going anywhere. They're probably... Big tentative probably, but they're probably not going to be stolen either. Luluban, look! This outpost that took 24 turns to complete is now ready for Luluban. Om nom nom. Hooray! An expansionist star 2. Go you, Luluban. Ooh, whale poop. That's a really good manufactory for us to get online, because it's a sciencey one. I'm surprised we could get it. Okay, there are only 2 whale poops in the world, and we have one of them. That's why. Cool. Grab that. Absolutely, 1000% yes. And one day we will eventually build Notre Dame. One day. Just not today. +5 faith on territories. Have I generated enough influence? Is what I'm wondering when I'm thinking about that civic. Sure. Sure. It does tickle the brain, doesn't it? It does tickle the brain. Do you mind if we ask you game questions in chat? Not at all, Daniel. Fire away! Fire away! Yeah, it's a really funky test. Is Machu Picchu taken? That is the... I was also thinking about that. Well, it's currently locked to me because I've got Notre Dame queued, so I can't tell. I would imagine it's not, because there's probably only 1 or 2 other players in this era. However, even if we got everyone on it, I don't know if we could move through it quickly. It would be really nice though, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. Okay, fine. I'm gonna get most people on it, except I would like at least 1 more crossbow out of Damask before it does it. The rest, I'm gonna do it. Alright, 10 turns. Let's finish Notre Dame. Let's absolutely play 100 for reinforcement next to the capital. Praying for not boats. We got boats. Although, actually, now I can forget about building that boat. So that's kind of a win. Cool. Alright. Let's send them over and rendezvous with this unit, who I'm going to embark now. Looks like a safe embark. Particularly because this weak, stranded boat has sailed up against my 2 Karaks. That's a fight you don't want to stumble upon. We should just check the war support as well, just to make sure that we don't accidentally win or lose. And we're not going to accidentally win or lose. Nice. There's the crossbow, which is coming up here to help these guys. Cool. This war is just going to be sort of a bit of a stalemate. Sort of used it to get a little bit of war support here and there. Used it to get some stars, rather, I should say. Again, a huge shout out to the Civ Give. I'm just going to spam that in the Twitch chat as well, just to really ram that home. It's good to have big sinuses. I have the world's largest nose. I really do. They took a look at it and they were like, gee, we're going to need a bigger swab. Right, over you get. I probably should have just fought that, but that's alright. We'll jump this horse onto these boats and call it a day. And I reckon we just keep exploring. We've found a couple of islands that are actually very tasty. That one because it's got a wonder. This one because we'll be able to test things, right? We're able to do nuclear tests. I thought that was Stonehenge for a minute. It's a tribe. Like, on this tile in particular, I think. So we'll probably settle up this way. And run you along there. It's a long run. And seeing as you're going to mess with most of my movement anyway, may as well sink ya. Or scare ya, as it were. Ooh. And we made it to Blueville. Fantastic. Let's see if we can plot this out a little bit more. Try and get a little bit more visibility across the backside of their land. Don't look, it's their backside.
Your position is now at the top of the podium.
Oh, woohoo!
Humankind will remember this time when no
Sweet! Here was a great little grab for us. While we're at war, we'll just pillage their lands and steal them. It's actually a wonderful attach for Alaskan Asia. We should probably just attach that. Boom. That's a really good find, actually. Thank you, war. Thank you very much. As we are now 4 turns away from completing Notre Dame, finally. It only took 1,000 years. 1,000 freaking years. But we did it. I might actually jump out here and grab these sea discoveries. Hopefully the AI doesn't steal them first. And now, off to the promised land. 7 turns. For glory! Do I want to enact army wages for +20 stability and +5 on garrisons? That's actually really the bad side of that civic. I was more excited about the money on armies, I think. So, we'll probably refuse that. Are there any civics that I actually want to spend money on? +10 food per number of attached territories would actually move us away from bonus money, which might really hurt. But we probably want to be towards bonus industry instead anyway. +10 food? Sure, let's do it. +10 food per attached territories. We do have quite a few attached territories, and oh my god, there's that island in the middle that we haven't claimed as well! Oh, this is amazing. It's like Christmas morning. Seriously, it's like Christmas morning. I'll refuse that. We can absolutely afford the stability hit, so who cares? There's 3-masted ship. Alright, let's do this plan. Are you ready for this? This is going to be the best. It's going to be the best, and probably will be reincarnated into a top tip in future, so those who are watching now will get an extra special early look. So, essentially the crux of it is how do we improve cities, and how can we do it ourselves quickly, without industry, right? Without industry, without building it. So, take Luluban here, missing a lot of infrastructure. Its industry is so poor as well that it's going to take a long time to build it. What I'm going to do instead is destroy the city and rebuild a new one in its place. All of these districts will stay put. So, what do I need to do? I need to grab one of my units, click, whoa, easy. Click, click the ransack button on this unit. It'll take 1 turn to ransack my own city. Now, let's remind ourselves of its yields. Sub 100 food and industry and a lot of science with a lot of scientists. We're getting around 200 science. It's also connected to a few territories. Okay, pillaging it, it's going to take 1 turn to destroy it. Quickly move through to my next picks. You need to get back into coastal water. Okay, Now, one turn later, we've gained 107 gold from destroying our own city, and we're going to claim territory. Probably just straight back where it was. The districts are unfortunately now ruined, but you can see we're still getting some stability out of it for whatever reason. Either way, reclaim this territory. Rebuild the things that you need to rebuild. Now, we do actually lose those districts, and it's important to note if you have a lot of districts, you may not want to do it. Why might you want to do it instead? Well, let me show you. Just gonna have to save up some bloody influence to do it, though. Yikes. Gonna be a couple of turns delay. Let's do it nonetheless, though. It'll be an interesting test. We'll lose about 5 turns in the process. Will we gain 5 turns worth of yields? Let's find out. Refuse that. At least we're below our city cap. Lol. Could convert and do it with money instead as well. It's always an option. I don't think it's one that I'll choose to do. But it is an option. Ooh, okay. You've upgraded your technology a little bit since we last fought. No, you haven't, actually. Your combat strength is still broadly the same. Fine, I think we take this fight. It's almost a no-brainer, actually. Ah! Look at this! This is not a standoff you want to be doing. Oh my goodness. That's even worse. You took a bad standoff and you made it worse. Amazing. This archer can't do diddly squat. Stab. They'll keep running back for the flag, but I'm gonna move on to it to destroy that archer. Destroy you. Just destroy everyone and everything, really. That's the game plan. Mr. Spot. Is Machu Picchu taken? Machu Picchu is not taken. I think I already addressed that, but just to remind you. That's a great stab. Thanks very much for coming. Another military victory. More military stars. Bounce back into friendly territory. And heal. Nice, 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 and more nice. 2 turns away from Notre Dame. That's a long time to build that. Sneak out and grab this discovery for a little bit of science. Do a circle in the ocean for no reason. And I need more influence. Cool. This fleet might actually die, which is kind of awkward. We found the Great Blue Hole, though, which is not awkward and actually quite exciting. I want the Great Blue Hole! Okay. Let me see if I can take this territory, too. You are just awkwardly waiting for me to finish that demonstration. It's so awkward. Okay, we've got some witch who's like, hey, this is my witchy thing. I do witch things. We can science invest and get plus 20 science, which looks very appealing to me. Or we can go learning and get open-minded on religious tolerance. Wait, sorry, did that force me to take it or reject it? Forces choice open-minded. I already have that, so that's a very safe take for me. The other one is we could go science investing on the capital, but I think we go naturalize.
Reaching the end of an ideology axis.
Also pushes us to the end of an ideological axis. Not terrible. Not terrible. And oh my god, a wonder can be claimed, and we got Machu Picchu! Yes! But actually, I think it's more important for me to get the second city online first. So I think we actually have to just hold. We have to just wait and hold. I don't need this unit here anymore, though. So it may as well run down to this island and get ready to take that. You can join with your friends. And you can get up there and grab that. Nicely done. And we'll just get these boats to just paint out the rest of these islands. In case there is somewhere that's a little bit you know, a little bit sexier. Do I ever use the buyout system instead of putting all I need to buy the district infrastructure unit? Do you mean buying it out with gold or population? Yes, absolutely. It's often a good thing to do. This is the issue with focusing on science. Can be mitigated somewhat if you're willing to ransack your cities and resettle for infrastructure. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I've never done this resettle strat before, so it's also a little bit of a learning curve for me. Boom. Nice. And you are just going to have to wait there because we don't have the influence. We do have the stability to just keep refusing those, though, so that's fine. Next turn, by the looks, we'll be able to rebuild our city, so we didn't have to wait too long. Only about a Notre Dame. To be fair, quite long. Hola, Lucas. How you doing? Okay, right. So, a few turns later, I have the influence required, noting you could also do this with gold if you have the civic enacted. Now, let's rebuild the city. Now you'll note that it has all of the necessary infrastructure in place. Take a look. Now on my infrastructures tab, there's almost nothing to build. Why? Because, as a reminder, technologies like three-masted ship that provide colony plans, city plans, blueprints, these make it so that new cities start with all infrastructures from the previous era. Since I've unlocked colony plan, all of those city infrastructures from area 1 through 3 have now been automatically built in my new city. Now, we've lost a lot of population in the process, so you'll note that my yields are totally different. However, we will be able to, hopefully, quickly grow back up. You'll see my districts have now been revitalized, now that they're part of a city, and because I have all of the infrastructure in place, crucially, I can build things much, much faster. It's only going to take me around 3 turns to build my Sewon here in my new city. Watch what happens also if I attach up the territories that used to be attached to it. One of them is fairly cheap. I'm going to have to save up for an extra turn to get the second one, but you can see already now, with some extra space, more population, more growth, hopefully we're going to start to snowball with even just 4 people in the city. Its yields are better than what it was before. The power of not only building new cities, but potentially burning down and rebuilding your existing ones, if you have the influence or gold to do it, is absolutely worth doing. Hands down, that is the strat. Now, of course, there are a couple of caveats, right? So, I'm probably not going to do it in the capital because I don't have the influence or gold to be able to do it. Maybe over time, though, I might be able to build up more influence and gold and so on in this territory and pull it off. The quick attach here was not really even worthwhile. Look how slow it makes it to build my Sewon. I don't think I'll do that, actually. I think I'll build my Sewon and then another industrial district before I attach. We'll pace it. We'll go a bit slow. Okay, well, here's someone we can fight for good measure, so that's brilliant. You could also mitigate the population loss for building units for a few turns. Yes, absolutely could. Absolutely could. Or if you're playing as a militarist culture as well. Playing as a militarist culture, then potentially you could also relocate your military units using your militarist ability. That'd be a better way to do it. Unfortunately, of course, we're playing as scientists, so we can't do that. But that is by far and away the best way to do it. The game really wants me to get +5 faith on territories. What does my religion actually look like? Dreadful. Oh man, and my religion's so important. Maybe we build that holy site here. Yeah, I think we do actually need to build our holy sites. 3 turns. Let's do it. Try and build up a bit of faith here. Tikal only has 2 people. Oh my god. Let's march in and take Tikal. If you've ever seen an opportunistic fight, this is the one! And they actually have technology that is quite good now, so I'm a little bit concerned. Also, this terrain. So... that is a huge yikes. I'm gonna put it on auto though. We're just gonna watch this play out. Just gonna watch and see how this goes. Okay. They have to move for the flag, which was the reason why I trusted the auto fight. Because the AI does love to just jump at the flag. I'm gonna have to manually take control of this though, because it's just been a little bit mismanaged. Although so long as I hold the flag, it's all good. What we want to do is firstly get this horse the heck away. Secondly, bring this unit to defend the flag, and then thirdly, also bring this unit away from the walls to defend the flag. And actually just defend across the board. Because it was my flag. But it counts as a defeat. Oh, come on! No! 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 I'm throwing my toys out the cot. I'm throwing my toys out the cot. Oh, thank you, White and Nerdy. I appreciate that. Just sent some message on Twitter come through. Thanks to your... thanks to our conversation that we've just had. Brilliant. I will respond to that in due course. Right. Okay, back to the start of this turn. Welcome back to the start of this turn. I think the opportunist in me may have been a little bit hopeful. Doesn't look like I quite have the ability to take this. However, I don't want to cheat too much, so gonna trigger the fight again. Wait, why did that not trigger... What? Sorry. I know I said I wasn't going to cheat again, and then I immediately reloaded, which makes me look like the world's most greatest hypocrite of all time. But, I was quite keen to actually hold that siege. The only reason why I triggered the fight last time was because they decided to sortie me and come out and fight me. But if they're not going to sortie me, then I'll just stand there and hold the siege. So, that's what I'll do. Oh, okay, no. Looks like that's actually not an option because they are sorting me immediately. Noob. Alright. This time I'm gonna do it myself, though. We just clearly cannot trust them. Our flag is super duper defendable this time. Nice. Let's super duper defend. Although, gonna want to bring my... my horse away from all those people who hate horses. So, let me just... Hoon you around the back of the archer, actually. That's probably a better spot for you to defend anyway. These archers can't do anything. However, you can get some really good attacks there, so I might actually just send you out and start stabbing. Ah! No, let's just defend. He went for the flank there, which is so fair, but also a really bad move. Look at that, 62 damage. Go, you. 44 damage. What the heck? Should have attacked that with the archer, but actually the archers are going to see some love as well, because there's a really mismanaged horse here trying to go for a flank that it can't do because it's outside of the battlefield. Stab you, great success, and hold the line. Hold the line. The archer's gonna absolutely rain down hell on you. You can stab in there for the immediate victory, and I don't want to lose this double promoted unit. So I'm gonna run away like the coward I am, and just protect with that horse there, just to really make sure that we survive. Nice. Wow, what a difference it makes when you don't hit the auto lose button. Right? Amazing. Amazing. This damn Civic will be the death of me. Hi. Might just move these boats this way. I feel like there should be a boat here somewhere that we can fight. Surely. Also, let's take this island that has literally not a single strategic resource. You might think, oh, he's just a big baby complaining because there's no oil, which, firstly, is true. But secondly, and more importantly, really unusual for an island territory bordering the bottom of the map to have not a single strategic in its way. Seriously, that is really freaking odd. Back to this fight, which is just going so well for me now. I am just so excited about it. They're going to have to come and take this flag. But also, they may just not do that. So, I'm going to walk forward with my archers and stuff. And poke through the fence. Hey, buddy. Bucko. Pal. There we go. Now he's deciding to stab back at me, which is great. My archers, still entirely useless, have done nothing except pick on a horse. Great success. There's Tikal for us. What is going on down here? Oh my god. When you put everything on black and the dealer plays red. Oh my god. Wow. They really invested in boats. And oh my... Grah! I heard you were having industry problems. No more! I've never tested it myself. Does the stability loss from those rejecting those stack? No, it doesn't, Seaton. It does not stack. So if you can afford to reject one, I believe you can just keep rejecting. Mutinous into Carl. That's to be expected. Yay! We're actually also pulling off the Machu Picchu claim. Moving through quickly into the early modern era was really beneficial for us, I think. Because we got Machu Picchu. Who doesn't love a bit of Machu Picchu? Jump you back into the ocean. Let's move across and take this. The wonderful world of Gunung Malu. Send the fleet over first, just to have a cheeky explore. The second fleet, I should say. Tikal's been taken. Let's just stand in it and heal up. This will help our stability a little bit, right? Providing a little bit of stability to the city. With our troops standing in it. And also that war should basically be done. The Haudenosaunee have a war support of 23 at the moment. But they're losing 4 a turn. Okay, so quick maths. 6 4s are 24, so 6 turns, providing nothing really goes horrifically wrong or right. And I think we want to keep refusing this. It's actually a really good point that you made. A really top tip, actually, around the refusals. So let me just show you it playing out in practice. So if you're like me and you're in a situation where you don't have control of your civics, you just don't have quite control over your societal pressure, and you're suffering from these civics osmosis events, what you can do is jump into your city, check your stability. What you'll note already here is that I have a -50 stability defiant status. Watch what happens as I do not want to claim this civic. I do not want my territories to be attaching with money because I have no money, so I'm going to refuse it, which provides -50 stability for 10 turns. Usually really tough. But if you have a little bit of bonus stability, you can tank it. So don't be afraid to refuse. Also though, and really the point of this top tip, if you've already refused, if you already have that -50 stability from defiant status that I have and had before, it doesn't stack. You don't receive another -50. The 10 turns that it stays does refresh, so you're going to be stuck with 10 more turns of -50, but it doesn't stack on top. So if you've refused one, you can refuse them all on your same city. Very powerful thing to bear in mind. Hey, we made it out here too! Yes! Although I note, actually, I should be spending my influence up here to attach first, shouldn't I? We need to attach to Kai to get its science district. And then actually also we need Hanseong to reattach over here to Ovaru. So I'll do that next. and sneak across and grab that explorer thing. Nice. Oh my god, and what an outpost it is. It actually only costs 146, so we could afford to do it soon. Like next turn, sort of soon. But for the time being, we've passed through a turn. We'll grab Overu. Hanseong is now roughly where it used to be in terms of its overall size. Putting the people on food makes no difference. Look at how much food it's producing. The food jobs do nothing. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, no food for you. All industry and then science, please, because you just do not need any extra food. Wow, that is really cool. Queue up some more Sewons, I think. They're our winning play here. Once it's at 14 pop, it'll be a better indication of how it compares. But of course, we are building districts in that process, so have to factor that into our consideration as well. Can 2 boats destroy 4 embarked units? Yes. But I'm going to manual it just to make sure that they do it properly. What do the Karuks do best? Nothing. They're just a basic B-arch gunner platform. So let's gun. Yeah, you can see here we're not taking huge hits. We're just going to take out one of their units a turn. Cherry, what did you say? I just played a game. I'm only at turn 83. 1,730 fame, but my opponent is at 5,000. Should I restart in a scenario like that? It would be nice to know what game speed you're playing on, because that'll make a big difference, right? On a normal game, you're halfway through, but on a slow or endless game, you're barely 10% of the way through. I don't think it's a lost cause, but in general, yes, that you're probably not going to be able to catch up on that, except for maybe rare situations where, say, the person with 5,000 fame actually just lost a war to you or someone else, and they may not be able to generate a lot of fame for the rest of the game. But if they are still going strong, and you are, what, 2,500 fame behind, what I'm imagining is halfway through the game on normal speed, I would say you're not going to win. Should you restart? That's up to you. Sometimes actually playing out a losing game, you'll earn more than you would from just quitting and starting again. I am quite a big fan, personally, of play it out, learn from it. Also, if you think you've already lost, you might be more likely to try strategies that you wouldn't normally try. So my advice would be to actually just play it out. But if you're looking to go for the win, you should probably restart. Normal and nation. Right, so you're playing on normal pacing, so you're over halfway through the game. That fame score isn't going to be enough to get the win. That being said, I don't really play on nation, so I don't know how the AI will scale in future. But my advice would be, play it out. It could be a fun learning experience, but if you're just going for the win and you'd prefer to play a winning experience, reroll. Reroll, my friend. Try again. No harm in trying again. Merge you up to Tikal. Brilliant stuff. And actually also sink that boat. More brilliant stuff. Okay, I'm just going to go on a very quick coffee break. Going to quickly go and microwave myself a coffee. It only takes 60 seconds in the microwave, so I won't be gone for long. In the meantime, though, let me throw you onto a sexy BRB coffee break screen so that chat comes up nice and big too. And I'll be right back. Don't go away. I'll flick us to an ad break. Be right back, team. It's just a break. Because I'm back. What? Okay. Let me convert us back onto the proper screen. Live. Boom. How do you like me now? Okay, we are back. With over 50 viewers on YouTube and nearly 50 likes. And about 20 viewers on Twitch. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Redeem my highlighted message. I love the highlighted message, Huck. Thank you very much. Yes, a timely reminder, I am on Twitter. And for those watching on Twitch, I'm on YouTube. And for those watching on YouTube, I'm on Twitch. Just to let you know. Did I miss anything? To go help my daughter with some homework. Oh, fair enough. No, actually, the war hasn't ended. The war has not ended. But we're occupying their city. And it must be about to roll over now. I just popped away for a quick break.
I'm not sure if this should be called the City of Science or the Den of Geeks.
Gunpowder has been researched. You know I love gunpowder. Let's have a look at the war support, actually. Okay, 15. So we've got still 4 more turns. Wondering if we can speed it up. Okay, we've just finished building Notre Dame, and now we've got the unique event for Notre Dame. We can choose to renovate it to get an extra 50 fame. We can demolish it, which will give our city 10 industry for 15 turns and 200 bucks. It's a really bad deal. Like, that is just such a bad deal. 10 industry on one city. 15 turns, 150 industry in total. I mean, I guess you could also argue that Notre Dame existing has limited benefit moving forward, right? Once you build it and get the fame, you're only getting the yields that it's extracting and really any interrelations that it has with other wonders, any synergies that it might have. Thankfully, I have a lot of synergies, so I'm not interested in demolishing it. We could also militarize it, which is the more interesting of the options. Essentially, you turn it into a fort, so it gets destroyed, but in its place, you receive basically a fort with 10 extra fortification, 5 stability, and +1 combat strength. Basically, it's all garbage, and you just want to renovate, though. Unless you want to turn it into a fort for a meme, which I have done before. I can recommend it. The middle option is just... I mean, I don't know what kind of psychopath would choose that middle option. But you have to really be some kind of next level crazy, I think, to choose that. Like, really, really crazy. Let's stop. Let's just stop building infrastructure here. I think we're gonna have to save up our influence and just rebuild the capital, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea. I'm so torn. I think it's a bad idea, actually. I'm not gonna rebuild the capital. Okay. Machu Picchu. All of your other cities gain food equal to 50% of the food produced in Machu Picchu City. Where are we producing our food? I think it's probably up here. 320. That's pretty good. 180 over here. And Alaska won't be our food spot. Yeah, no, it's definitely not. So, Hanseong, otherwise known as Foodville. Tennessee probably won't fit. Is TN... Oh, this is testing my American geography. Is TN Tennessee? I'm going to assume so. I'm going to call it Foodville TN. $1K money, I guess we won. I'm so poor, Zoe. I'm so poor. Sell it in pieces. Yeah, that's right. It is TN. Yay, I did it. Yes, you can buy yourself a little chunk of Notre Dame. Supply lines for more food. Really double down on the food game. Let's do it. And let's build Machu Picchu. Oh no. Oh, thank goodness. Yes. Okay, we can get it on this weird donut of stuff. Let's get Machu Picchu. started. Not built, but sort of starting to think about being built. I'm gonna move this unit to the capital just in case. Just in case! Next turn.
Welcome. Let us speak on.
You know what, actually, instead of standing around and complaining, why don't I do something about this? Oh, gunpowder, where are you? Gunpowder? Ooh, I was hoping that one of those would have been. And there's nothing there. Okay, here it is. Ashley's micropixel. Thank you kindly. 16 people! That feels a little extreme. Understatement of the year. 10 people. It's still not really enough. It's still far too much, rather. Not enough. There's a Three Sisters plantation up there. I'm never going to be able to get there in time. I'm not going to be able to finish that either. That's okay. Let's claim this wonder. Boom. That'll be... I mean, to be fair, it's not really a lot of influence. Like, no one's writing home about that level of influence. Oh my god, plus 10? It's just nice to have, because there's only one. Why not burn to Carl and rebuild? Because I'm dumb. We're gonna take it as part of the war negotiation now. Okay, so I very much want Alberio because it has 5 silk. What? Where are you, Alberio? There you are. Part of Tikal. I just want that. That's all I want. I don't even know if I want the rest. We can't afford to vassalize, which is totally fine. I have 26 war sport left, which is nothing. So, pay me 520 gold and force you to surrender. Boom. That is a fantastic take for me. We will burn down Tikal, of course. We don't want Tikal. It's dreadful, and it's got no population, so... now is the time to burn it down. Bring my units back. They're like, can this guy just make up his mind, please? He's sending us here, he's sending us there. Gah! And I'll chop down one of these forests. Cal can help us build Machu Picchu in the couple of turns that it exists. I'm not going to be able to afford to burn down the capital now. That's fine. Just chop down that forest. Help us build stuff here. We're just going to have to resort to chopping with this horseman. He's like, this is not what I signed up for. I signed up to ride horses. Stop making me chop things. Oh my god, what are you doing? Don't tempt me with free victories. Okay, we're gonna upgrade our religion. Someone else is already at tier 4. But we're gonna try and be the second most dominant religion in the game. Cheaper civics is actually very tasty. Let's take the cheaper civics. Boom. Nice. Chop, chop, chopping on Heaven's Door. Okay. Supply lines researched. Nice! It's actually quite useful because it provides us with a bit of extra food. Eventually. I think we'll put our holy site in Foodville TN. Other Foodvilles are available. And get Ashley's micropixel to build it for us in Foodville TN. We're going to sort of slowly merge Ashley's micropixel in with Foodville TN, I think. It's a beneficial way to play it. Whoa. Oh, this poor fleet. We're about to lose the naval cavity if we're not careful. No, and they've got no health. They can't do this. They cannot survive out here. They're going to claim some gold in their last breath and then probably perish, unfortunately. Military architecture is good because it'll help us merge cities. If we want to do it formally, we'll be able to do that. Army lost at sea. Ripperoo. But not as big as a Ripperoo as burning down to Carl's going to be. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, yes. They challenged me. Oh, that's actually really exciting because I might get to take someone down with me. Although, of course, they're going to get a bit of war support and stuff from it, but hopefully it doesn't matter. Hopefully. Do you have patronage? You bet your backside I do. You have 2 gunpowder near the city for me to capture. Sweet. Huh. Well, I wasn't able to reinforce with my 2 big boats, and I just got wrecked, so... Rip. Sail up there and grab that discovery, though, while we're here. It's another 200 bucks. Nice. The only way, really, at this point that I'm actually earning any money. Grab a harbour in Maine. Treat him Maine. Keep him full of food. Fantastic result. Keep pouring money into the capital, maybe? Sure. Our capital city should also probably have a wall around it. It's the little things. Let's rebuild this fantastic city and through the power of patronage, immediately hook up the silk patronage. That's massive for us! Plus 30% industry on all of our cities. Now, our industry wasn't great to begin with, I acknowledge, but that is very good. Let's turn this straight back into a city next turn as well. I'm just going to quickly spend a little bit of influence first, just to make sure that we have everything we need. And we do. Oh, we can do it this turn. Amazing. Get our unique down. Plus 37 industry out of these industrial quarters. Let's just queue up a few of these. We've learned our lesson. We're not industrialists. We're going to try and build our new cities better than the ones that came before them. Pyongyang. Love it. I'm being plundered. No! Oh. Looks like old Horse Chopper may have another purpose yet to serve. Gonna have to maybe head back and take this. I don't have enough money to turn this into a new city, so that ain't gonna happen. Would you like to start helping us with Machu Picchu? I think the answer is yes. Let's start getting people to build it. It'll be big for us because it will grow the rest of our cities something awful. I'll just dismiss that merchant. We don't want to put up with your wears and tears. Thank you very much. Attach that up, and Pyongyang is looking pretty! Should we... Maybe we should collective minds. I've kind of just been ignoring collective minds. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. Yeah, the attach actually, that was probably slightly premature. I could have probably waited a few more turns. Thank you so much for following me on Twitch, TRB. I appreciate you. It's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world, but it's a little bit annoying. This could actually attach to the capital. Oh my god, you're right. 2,000 influence. 1 turn. Okay, maybe we do just attach it to the capital then. Might be a much easier way to save it. I wanted it to be its own city, but I can do that later. Ah, no! There's 4 dudes secretly hiding here. What? I mean, it makes sense, I guess. A dangerous place. Absolutely a dangerous place. There's alchemy and a scientist start, and we're actually ready to move through to the next era. How about that? Benny M following along on Twitch as well. Go you! We're at like 320 subscribers now. Why does it say gift a sub to be number 1? That must only hang around for a day. I want the world to know that Huck and, I believe, Let Lucky have very generously giving subs on Twitch, and it's a shame that that hasn't stayed there. I want the world to know! Alright, yes, your attach idea, I assume you're actually talking about attaching Verda in chat, and that is a really good idea. Definitely gonna go for the remind me later play, I think. And just chop down this forest. You're already here, you might as well. Alright, Capital, congratulations. No, you can't do it because the enemy army's there. I forgot. Okay. Okay. We actually do need your help, thank you. Just gonna have to stare at them with these boats until they step out into the water. Wait a minute. Is it French time? Ooh. Okay. Let me run a poll. This is going to be a good one. Just trust me. This is going to be a good one. So the French are the only scientific culture in the era. The final era, the contemporary era, has 2. So there will be another decision point that we're going to come up against. But in this era, it is actually just the French. So let me throw you a new poll. Zoe, you're absolutely right. Who will it be? Will it be the French? Or will it be the French? Let your votes be heard. This is, of course, a bit of a meme poll. Sorry for memeing you. Will it be the French or more French? So, as I was saying, they're the only science culture in the era, which makes them a logical decision for us. They are fantastically placed in the industrial era because it allows them to research into the final era. They are the game's most impactful scientific culture, and I think they're one of the best cultures in the industrial era. However, I really love the Germans, and the more I play the Germans, the more I love them. Of course, in an ideal world, if we weren't doing such a meme of a challenge with science, technology, and nerds, we would maybe choose the Mexicans. The Siamese. Probably the Persians. But the French are a very powerful culture. Why? Well, their enlightened thinking is pretty good, plus 10% science on all cities. Their exhibition hall scales with collective minds particularly well, but otherwise it's actually not a great district. You'll note it actually doesn't provide any science. So the reason why I think the French are particularly good is actually because of where they're placed rather than what they do. And I think that's really important. I might talk a bit more about that when it comes time to actually pick them, but we're not quite there yet because, as you can see, we have a little bit more work to do, particularly in the tech space, but also a few more districts and stuff to queue up. Maybe we just give them this. Let's just give it to them. They're going to take it anyway. Let's just give it to them and then take it from them. Back. Like, we might as well. They're going to pillage it. It's going to get wrecked. I can't attach it. It's just annoying all round. Keep chopping shit in the capital, I think, is the... excuse me, is the way forward. Yeah. Try and help it by chopping stuff down. Guilds has been researched. Wonderful success. Let's get just more cheap techs, I think. Naval artillery. Let's place this under a naval siege. Amazing! Oh, what a time to be alive. Bring this unit in as reinforcements. Next turn. Maybe save up for a siege unit, seeing as they're not just going to fight me outright. Although, they don't actually have the land spawns to even fight with them all at the moment. Maybe we just take them. We'll give them one more go. French EQ gives +2 stability on district. It's actually because of Joe. It's because of Joe. Unless you're talking about influence. No, you're not. Yeah, it gives +2 stability because I picked Joe in the ancient era. I agree. That should not display like that, and that has annoyed me a lot as well. But that +2 stability on district that you're seeing there as the last benefit is not actually a French benefit. Take a look. You can see the same here on the coking works. +2 stability on district. Unfortunately, that is just because I played as Joe. I don't think that should show up there either. It just doesn't make sense. Like, that district is not providing me with +2 on district. Don't pretend like it is. Let's go +20 science. We love a bit of science. We are playing the nerds.
Think of it as being
Gonna hold this out for maybe another 3 turns to destroy the draftee, although I don't actually care about the draftee, so maybe not. Let's just take it. We got boats. We can block that spawn, which is really hilarious. Oh, that feels bad. That feels real bad, actually. Like, how much suck does that suck? This is a freaking... this is a horse. I sent a horse to take the city, but it didn't matter because we blocked the spawn and took it. Oh, that feels so bad, but also really funny. How good. We'll just get the city to help with Machu Picchu because we're probably going to burn it down because look at all this infrastructure it needs to build. It needs to build a pottery workshop, for goodness sake. For goodness sakes. Naval artillery, nice to have. Get our special gunboat. Let's... I was going to say build another holy site, but actually I think let's start to get people to build Machu Picchu. It's going to provide 150 extra food to all of our cities. They're going to grow like there's no tomorrow. Right. Well, we dealt with this tribe in a very unorthodox way, but we dealt with them. There's a wreckage in the sea. Nice! And where do I need my boats? See if you can find a boat. Probably around here somewhere. Send them back to base. Their mission, absolutely a resounding success. On really every front. So go you. Here's a fight that we'll want to take on instead, actually. Look, they're coming back for their revenge. I don't think so. Nip that in the bud before they get here. Boom, boom. And this horse can't climb walls, but it's going to enter the fight anyway. I can shoot my bow or something, right? No. We're just going to sink these units instead. Boom. Boom. Nice little stopover. Grab a military star on the way through. And we're looking pretty good. What the heck was I doing with this? Oh yeah. Chopping trees. Lol.
Whatever you intend to do, with 15 makers,
Amazing.
I guarantee
Keep chopping. Just keep chopping. Okay. How did our poll go? On YouTube, we had actually 71% of people voted for French in blue as opposed to for the French. So that was a relatively interesting outcome. On Twitch, which is always a little bit more wild, it was a 50-50 split despite 200 channel points being contributed. That puts me in a bit of a difficult position, doesn't it? Yikes. Hit him with an ad? Oh, that is a big yikes. I guess I'll play the French. Fine, you twisted my arm. Alright, enough of this dumb joke. Let's chop down trees and move through. Although, actually, we're going to chop down Cahokia. Boom. Bring you back. Quickly heal you up. And we're away laughing, moving through into the next turn. Absolutely brilliant.
mass dissemination. But will it be of information or of propaganda?
Verda, would you like to become city number 7? It would be a fairly small city, but I reckon we do it. Let's treat him mean to keep him keen. Keep him keen. And attach immediately? No, actually, we've learned our lesson. Let's build the district first. Because it gets built, like, stupidly quickly. Get a couple of industrial ones next to it so that we actually have a little bit of power behind us. And then attach. Moving through into tier 3 of our religion, this is good. We seem to be just slightly keeping ahead of the curb. This is the garbage tier that sucks. I mean, Purge Idleness is the only good one. Land movement and cheaper cost could be better than +2 money on trade routes, although we are desperately short of money. So, the 10% industry cost is quite good. I'll go for the extra money on trade. Try and fill our weak spots. Speaking of, actually, do I have a whole lot of trade routes that I just haven't bought? Let's spend money to make money and actually, finally, hoover up these trade routes. I reckon we should trade everything. How dare you! Me getting ahead of myself, thinking I'd made some friends. We just can't trade at all with the Haudenosaunee. Maybe if we refuse that demand, they may be more willing. No.
It was but a trifle.
Once again, you show how my demand for reparation. Sometimes my temper.
That was a bit of a weird thing that just happened, but okay, and they refused my trade. They're probably pretty salty because I took all their silk. Although they have a lot of ebony there. How about the orange player, Let Lucky 13? What's going on with us? Convert to Olmec Shamanism. Refuse. Okay. Shall we trade luxuries? Yes. You've got an ebony. Nice. Some coffee. Also nice. And some gemstones. Okay, good. Picked up a few trade routes. That's going to earn us a little bit of extra money over time. Ooh, they've messed with this civic again. This one always changes! Now, Artistic Expression is providing -13% loss and +33%. Wondering if that's changing because of something I've done, or if they've actually changed that in-game. I'm not sure. Not good UI. Absolutely. What if we went Italians? The Italian version of the French. I mean, we could. It's not on theme with the science challenge, but also, like, probably not terrible. Let's complete Machu Picchu, though. Shall we do it? I think we should. Let's just get everyone on it. Except for Keep 'em Keen. We won't put Keep 'em Keen on it. It's got its own shit to work through. Charted economies or economics, whatever the heck it was. Sounds good to me. Should I plant a forest to chop down after? I don't think so. What was that alert I hear? Hey, Nesyob, thank you very much. First time chatting. And you and Zoe are right. It could just be actually a function of the game speed. Usually those things don't change with game speed, though. Is the reason why I think that. Reason why I didn't think that. But you could be right. Devilish, though, with a $1.99 super chat. It is apparently game speed that changes artistic expression. There's now about 5 people who have told me that, so I'm gonna say that you're probably right and I'm probably wrong. Devilish with a $1.99 super chat says, give him nothing, destroy him, and take his land. I like it. I like it a lot. This unit, I think has served its purpose, but every time I say that, it proves to have not served its purpose. So I'm just going to station it there instead. And bountiful or patriotism. Let's be bountiful.
You're at the end of an ideal.
We're not training a lot of units at the minute.
Well, there's something to be said for unswerving dedication to a cause.
This city is going to grow something crazy like there's no tomorrow, so I think we want to actually future-proof ourselves and build some hammy hamlets. Press freedom! That's what we want. We want those cheaper civics, and we'll probably pay for that. Probably pay full price. In fact, top dollar. How about it? Okay, now I think the boats can come back to what's probably going to be a future front line for some future conflict. Have I lost the French? No. Brilliant. I'm going to stick around, build up some more of these stars. One more district can get me 300 fame down there. Aesthete stars are coming in a little slowly, but not terribly.
Machu Picchu can
Machu
be described
Picchu.
as an imperial center for an empire that cares deeply
I think
about
Topkapi
agriculture
Palace is a really good take, so I'm going to
and
grab
has
it.
no fear of heights.
It's only +5 industry, but it is also shared projects being completed twice as fast, and I think that is the kicker. The roundhouse kicker. Oh, actually, here's a good attach for Demats. Man, now this city's falling behind on its infrastructure. We just can't keep up, can we? We just cannot keep up. Have to just routinely keep burning everything down and rebuilding it. No. Get you working on +2 food per farm. We don't actually have a lot of farmers. But this is Foodville, Tennessee. Its food production is garbage all of a sudden. Seeing as it's providing food to everyone else, we should probably have maximum people on food here. It is providing, isn't it? Yeah, because it's got Machu Picchu. So, in that case, maybe there's more value in building foodie districts, even though they're not mega fantastic. Foodie districts, and probably foodie infrastructure as well. Just because it's being pumped out literally to the rest of the empire. So, we'll do that in Foodville, Tennessee. And you are just going to build its holy site for it, because that's your job now. We might actually start to downgrade and devolve this city. I.e., maybe we detach. Maybe we just merge. 31,000 influence? Maybe not. Yikes. Pyongyang, our newest city. Again, I just see a huge lack of infrastructure here. Industry. This is our industrial heartland as well. Don't forget, it has just an incredible amount of silk on offer. So, we'll build up more industry here. We'll just make this just industry central. Absolute industry central. Amazing! And let's get steam engine in case we want to build more cities in the future. They'll be very good ones, right? An island. Machu Picchu City must be specialized food silos. Yeah, just make it Iowa. I don't get the joke. Is Iowa the food capital of America? Is it Cornville? Is that the joke? Oh my god. Okay, we surged up into tier 4. Unfortunately, Ray's Monuments we lost. It is of course the best one. +2 combat strength is tempting, but I think we have to go with shout out to all of my... It's Oklahoma for sure, and Huck would know. I think we go for donate generously. Shout out to Devilish, Daniel, Huck, and Mr. A.M. Hofbiscuits himself, who have donated generously in this stream. This pick goes out to you, and I'm even going to remember to change the look to Islam. Boom. I mainly do that for the extra holy sites, rather than the alms money. The alms money doesn't really matter. Let's have a look at our religious spread, and you can see we've made huge gains. Look at us go. Let's give those gains something extra to be special about by placing a holy site down somewhere where it will at least get us a bit of food. There looks pretty good. Let's build that here. Help to spread our religious pressure across the globe. Not that our religion is actually even that great, but it's good enough. I am just very quickly going to take one more break. Probably be the last one of the stream, just so you know. You won't have to be waiting around all day. Just got to quickly take a break. Won't be a moment. I'll put you onto this BRB screen, and I will BRBC you in a second. Don't go away. I will hit you with an ad, though. Sorry. Oh my god, he's back! Nebraska is Cornville. Thank you, Mr. W. They're the Corn Huskers. Rightio, let's go back onto the live scene and do some live action. We're always saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, okay? Okay, I love it. I've flown over Iowa once. It was just a half-mile green circles all around. Sounds like New Zealand. Sounds exactly like New Zealand. Oakley dokley. How are we doing? Pretty good. Let's smash back into this. Just checking that I've... Can you hear me? Could you just let me know if you can hear me? Only reason why I ask is I've got an error message about my audio, which is always scary. Jumbo, what do you think of the strategy? I just think build 3 settlers, ransack 3 cities, and rebuild them without using influence. I think that's probably the way to do it. Maybe we test that out, actually. Should we test that out on the capital? Let's do it. Let's test it. Settler. Boom. Forget your stone walls. Let's build a settler and try it on the capital. We've got a little bit of wiggle room here. We can afford to test out a few different things. Oh. Should we move through? We should probably play the French. 2 more technologies. I feel like now's a reasonable time to take them. Because actually, we might be able to rebuild... Yeah. Okay. Okay, here's the plan. Let's take the French. Keep 'em keen is going to quickly attach and start construction on its Sewon. That's the last one of those done and dusted. Nice one, keep 'em keen. The full capitals really brings it home too. Don't even know what's down here on my own land. Everything's fine.
The world gets larger.
Aaaaand.
Cities expand.
Who's going to colonize
Buildings
themselves?
reach higher and roads stretch longer. Born in the great era of Enlightenment revolutions, will the French live up to their best? Or
Will the
launch a
French
new
live up to their
war?
best? I suspect yes. If you liked the city raising tip and wanted to really take it to the extreme, have a look at this unit, the Settler. The Settler can build an advanced colony, and there are more advanced versions of the Settlers as we move throughout. I'm going to research Steam Engine that will provide me with a more advanced blueprint for more advanced infrastructures. And now that I'm moving through into the next era, I can even consider potentially a civil engineering play that will surge me through and mean that new cities have 6 pop and basically all of the infrastructure in most of the game. Gonna go for that, I think. Just build up some of these uniques, maybe? While we wait, just queue them up. Now that I can get the better settlers, I kind of don't want to use this one. So I'm just going to make this one chop down trees. I just keep punishing people by sending them to a lifetime of chopping down trees. Feels bad, man. Go on, get chopping, punks. We got crappy buildings to build in the capital. Irreligion, not something I'm interested in. However, I'm very interested in these buildings. 20 influence out of that one too. That's going to be really good for our aesthete stars. Really good, actually. I think we start putting people on collective minds, maybe. Seeing as we're going to burn this city down anyway, we can afford definitely to ditch the food jobs and the science jobs. I think what we do is... actually, do I need to get a better unit out of civil engineering? I do. I need to get the construction team. So I think what we actually need to do is collective minds for a little bit, rather than building these districts. Although they scale with collective minds, so it's really actually quite tricky. We'll get them first, perhaps. It's really more important that you just build food, so you just keep doing food. Foodville, Tennessee. Oh, there's going to be a lot to queue up here. But they're really going to go nuts with collective minds. So I do think it's worth doing first. It's going to slow down our game plan a little bit, but hopefully not too much. Still building Sewans up there for crying out loud. I'm also... Oh, okay. Now the capital's in a spot where I think we want to collective minds it for 5 turns. And maybe also, just to speed this up a bit, let's say... maybe Ashley. Oof. Finish that farmer's quarter. I will queue that with you, actually. Ashley will... shoot 11 people out to finish that. Put everyone on industry and... money? Yeah. And then collective minds you as well. Nice. Now we've got 2 people cranking along the collective minds. Producing not like a massive amount of science, but enough, I think. These are more important than random research quarters. I know that much for sure. Hey, forest chopper. Get over here onto this island. It's got forests for days. And this person, unfortunately, isn't going to get used because I'm going to use someone else in their place. So... chop trees? Sure. Go chop some trees. Change my mind. Just gonna disband it. I think Keep 'em Keen could potentially generate us a lot of science. If we can just build it up a little bit more. Just a little bit more industry should be enough. It's getting its food mostly from elsewhere, so we don't need to worry too much about food. However, those hamlets are a pretty good take too, actually. Definitely think I'll take those. Hey there, the Civ Show! How you doing? Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. The Civ Show, speak of the devil, and they shall appear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I saw that you reached out to me on Twitter as well, and I will respond to that when I can. Okay, Night Stalker. Ignore it for terrible consequences, or pay the $200. I would probably be the worst person in the world if I didn't just pay the $200. Imagine. Imagine. Okay. This is really more of our industrial city than our scientific one, so there's less urgency to place things super well here. Maybe there ends up being a little science cluster in there, maybe, but I don't know, it's a tough sell. That exhibition hall, though, did I swap it? I don't know. We're about to find out. That one's pretty good. I was thinking about maybe putting either Alaskan Asia or Damask onto Collective Minds as well, but we'll hold off. Perfect, no rush. Yeah, well, a massive shout out again to, in case you weren't here at the start of the stream, to the Civ show. December 19th, I believe, which will be December 20th on my time, probably. Massive live stream event, 10 very cool, exciting people, in fact 12 people coming together, playing a game of Civilization for a very good cause, actually. And they're already doing some fundraising efforts, and I believe they've already fundraised over 10,000 US dollars. So a massive shout out to the Civ show. Very cool. Very cool. Getting me to rethink this game, give it another chance. Lots of people dropped Humankind. Fair enough, each to their own. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm playing a gimmicky France game. Which is totally a gimmicky game. However, back to the game at hand. I'm gonna save up a little bit of my money because the strategy here that we're going for, by the way, it's a little bit unorthodox. We're going Collective Minds to try and quickly rush through to get electricity, urban planning, civil engineering, so that we can build some monster cities. The other play that's actually probably a better play, now that I'm thinking out loud, is to do the Research Institute cheese first. Maybe we should do that. Looking at how far away we are, I think we'll do the Research Institute first. So let me go boom, boom, boom. Queue up Fusion Reactor. We'll just squeeze that out quickly, and then we can come back and do the rest of it later. Thanks for the pitch, you absolutely nailed it. I hope so. I hope so. Those events, you're right, Zoe, it is very strange that those events don't scale. Yeah, $200 at the start of the game, a lot of money. $200 here, really not a lot of money. Okay, we want to get that technology, and we want to get it yesterday. So the way to go about that is to go on Collective Minds, I think. Let's just do it. Boom, Collective Minds. Less talking, more collectively mindsing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't want to do it on Foodville, Tennessee, though. Once it gets its grain silos, I will. And it's just got its grain silos. Boom, Foodville, Tennessee. We're now hemorrhaging a little bit of gold. We're, of course, also making no industry. So we're not making any districts. So getting our builder stars, a little bit tricky, but not impossible. And once that one gets its hamlet, I'll do the same. Industry Central. Feels like a weird place to go Collective Mindsing, but actually it's the best place. Because all of that industry that Industry Central is producing, with the click of a button, is now being turned into science. Boom, 1,485 science. Thank you very much, Industry Central, for coming. And we will queue you up some more industry. Because it's what you do best. So, do it. It'll do it once it's finished Collective Mindsing, of course. And just to quickly span across the Empire, we see it really is just keep him keen. Which was 4 industry short of building that. Oh! I hate you. And everything you do. Let's put it onto Collective Minds. Boom. Now everybody is doing it. We're losing 147 gold per turn, so we can't afford to do this for very long. But we're going to try and do it for as long as we can to push ourselves to unlock uranium quickly in the piece. Quickly. Speaking of quickly, we will continue to do the shout out to Civilization 6, the Civ strat of chopping down trees to fuel the capital. Although really it's actually just building us some science at this point. If I use the settler now, it'll only use to rank 4. If you want rank 5, you need to upgrade the settler. Yes, well I actually need to build an entirely different unit, which is what I'm doing. Song hitting 10k milestone to the Civ show. Yeah, I agree, Jacob. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Alec, Q? What did I miss about the Q? QE. Do I have something queued that I'm
You have unlocked
overlooking?
the
I don't think so.
Research Institute.
Do I?
It will not merely provide additional answers.
I think we should be all
It will
good.
open up a whole range of ever more perplexing questions.
Yeah, we got these districts queued up, which would be more beneficial to have built, but it's a trade-off for me. It's a trade-off. What we'll start to do is lift people off collective minds, finish some districts, and then put them back onto it. Trying to sort of springboard our way up. And actually, Foodville, Tennessee is kind of the one that I'd like to remove first. So, we'll remove that. Queue up a few more of your districts. Thank you very much, Badik, for following along on Twitch. I know I've said it a million times, but I am now streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Something new for me, something exciting. And to celebrate, I'm streaming every day this week. We are in day number 2 of 5. Of course, it's Tuesday for me. Not Monday. Time is confusing. Take the capital off for a bit. And maybe take Damask off for a bit as well. It can get a couple more districts. Overseas interests. We should probably just tax the ever-loving crap out of them. If the real world has taught us anything, it's that's what we should do. But actually, let's just accept them. We welcome the free market with open arms. What could possibly go wrong? Make me realize that Humankind is definitely not a 1 or 2 sitting kind of game. Seems like almost a 3 to 5. You could play it either way, I reckon, the Civ show. You totally could. On blitz speed, I can do a sitting in 1 or 2 sessions. On slow pace, which is what I'm playing here, so it's definitely, well, it's 50% slower than an average game. More of a 3 sitting, and then on endless speed, yeah, I reckon you could do a 4 or 5 sitting kind of deal. Or you could just play blitz mode and do a crazy game in 1 sitting and just call it a day. Oh my god, we had iron here all along! And uranium! Oh, how good! What a discovery! I feel like such a noob, especially because I was ripping into the AI before for not discovering their wonder. Well, that's kind of fun. The capital is just going to really quickly build a whole load of strategics instead. Brilliant result. That uranium mine is pretty dang expensive. I don't think we need that built as a priority. We might just delay that slightly. Boom. Alrighty. Well, that is going to bring us, unfortunately, to the end of the stream. Again, I would love to continue, but I have another appointment today, just like yesterday. Same deal, 1 o'clock. Ugh. Although, I'm not getting a COVID test today, so... well, at least I don't think so. So that's something to be excited about, at the very least. We will pick up this game and finish it tomorrow. So, don't worry. Same time, same place on YouTube and Twitch. We will pick up this game tomorrow. I'm going to bang us over onto the end screen as we wrap up here. Quickly save the game. Saveroo. We'll be playing, of course, as the French, finishing off the industrial era and then moving through into the contemporary. Where we have a decision to make between the Swedes and the Japanese, or maybe even a third party. So, there we are. Thank you very much for tuning in to all of my regulars and to some people who don't often tune in, but we're here for maybe the first time. People like the Civ Show and White and Nerdy. Thank you very much. And a massive shout out to you again. I will be streaming, like I say, same time again tomorrow, so do come back and check it out. We'll do Humankind again tomorrow, but probably look to do some Civ later in the week. This is, of course, my mega massive stream week, where I'll be streaming every day at 8:30 PM GMT or UTC. Time zones may vary depending on which part of the world you're in. So I'll see you tomorrow. But before then, lastly, a huge shout out to Devilish, to Daniel, to Huck, for 1,000 bits. That's actually the most bits I've ever received. So thank you, Huck. And also Hoff Biscuits. $20 there as well. Thank you so much. Thanks to Civ Show for following on Twitch. Twitch, a new thing for me. I think we've only been streaming, well, you know, sort of properly streaming over there for a week. just got affiliate ship as well. So I appreciate the little bits of support over there. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks to everybody who supported me, including you, Mr. AM Hofmeister. And to everybody else who tuned in, take care of yourselves. Treat yourself with kindness. Play a game of Humankind. And I will see you tomorrow for more of this sweet, sweet action. Take care, everybody. And I'll see you then. Bye. See you. Bye. See you. Bye.